Well, hello. Today is Tuesday, November 12th. I can't say good morning because it's really in the afternoon. Well, it's actually in the evening. It's 5:45. I didn't go to water walking today, and I didn't go to water aerobics. Water aerobics is on Mondays and Wednesdays, and water walking is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. The reason I didn't go is because of the weather. All of the schools were closed today, and the pool is in a part of the Anchor Bay School District, and so the pool was closed too, so I wasn't able to do that. So instead, I went out and shoveled the snow yet again. But we have a birthday. Let's start with that. Today is Georgia. Today's Georgia's birthday over at Williams ESGE, I think, Williams. I think that's her channel name. But Georgia gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. So I went out this morning and I shoveled the snow, and I was talking to Denise before I went, and I went outside, and she says, "Oh, don't have Josh come over and do the snow." And I go, "I am perfectly capable of doing the snow. Not that I want to do the snow, but So she said, "Well, Josh will do it." And I go, "No, he's already done yours. He doesn't want to, because Denise lives on a corner lot, so she's got a lot of property to do." So I said, "No, I'll be fine." So I went out there, and my neighbors were shoveling their snow too. There wasn't, I could have used the snow blower. We probably had about 2 inches on the ground at that point. We ended up getting a total of 8.5 inches. David did the majority of it yesterday when he got home from work. And then about 6 o'clock last night, I shoveled about 2 or 3 inches. And then, like I said, this morning I did another 2 or 3 inches. But I had the driveway all done, and the front sidewalk, and the sidewalk that people walk on, and the little bottom part of the driveway. But the snowplow had come down the street and kind of plowed us in like they do. But that snow was just too heavy. So I was going to call David and have David come after work to do that, because even I know my limitations. Even you couldn't use a snowblower on that either, because it was like mostly ice chunks too. And then here comes Josh walking up the street, and he said, "My mom said you might die if you did the snow by yourself." I said, "I am not going to die. I know, although I know it's risky, I understand all that. And I'm not as young as I think I am, and I've got yelled at by so many people today, so you don't need to yell at me. I've got yelled at by a lot of people. But I consider myself in better health than Jim, and Jim goes out there and does it, and he's 70. I'm only 69. I'm still a spring chicken." So I got my exercise in, and it didn't take that long. I think it took about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. It wasn't too bad. So I made up for my exercise of not walking, because there's still a lot of ice on the street. But speaking of ice, Josh did kind of shovel it somewhat, but it was like a lot of chunks still left. And I said, "Oh," because it was really sunny at that point. And I said, "Oh, the sun will melt it, and it'll all," because I have a sewer at the end of my driveway, and it'll all go. Well, no. It got colder as the day went on, and it all froze into a solid mass. And like a silly goose, silly fool that I am, I went to get to the mailbox. We had our trash barrels out, so I was able to hold on to the trash barrels as I was walking in the street. I'm sure I was quite a sight. I'm sure if any of my neighbors were looking out the window, they were saying, "Oh, look at that elderly woman, thinking that she can walk in that ice." And then they're probably looking, "Oh no, hope she doesn't fall, hope she doesn't fall." I did bring my phone just in case I did fall, because I wanted to be able to call somebody that'd be able to help me get up in case I couldn't get up on the ice. And I got my mail, but guess what? I got mail. It was so worth it. But so when I asked her, I got my mail out of the mailbox, which was the only piece of mail I got. So thankfully I had mail, because I would have been even more upset if I was trudged and took my life into my hands for nothing. I would have even accepted a bill at that point. But I got back in the house, and so I just sliced it open, and let's go inside and see if there's a card. I know who it's from, and I know what it is somewhat, because they had told me in advance. But here's the card. So, we'll see. It's J for Joan, from Joan's Pony Play. Oh, this way, J. I like that some of you, on your videos, it looks like, because of your camera, it looks like you're in the driver's seat talking, not paying attention to the road, when I know it's Sandy, 1 pound at a time. I'm talking about you. And who's another one? Oh, Sparkles. Robbie over at Frecky Fit Wolf. A lot of times when he's doing a car vlog, it looks like he looks like he's sitting in the passenger seat doing it when I know he is driving, but Sandy was in the passenger seat and it looked like she was driving. I just think that's so funny. But mine, I don't think mine does that. Anyway, hi Sandy, here are 4 Built bars to try. Hope you like them. People either seem to love them or hate them. LOL. I like mine frozen with a slight thaw. They are 3 points except for the peanut butter, that's 4. Let me know what you think. Love, Joan. Well, I did try the peanut butter because I had someone send me some, and it was delicious. It was like a Snickers bar. It really was. So, and she sent me way more than I thought. Oh my gosh. She sent me one, which one is this? Oh, pumpkin pie. And then another one is banana chocolate cream. Ooh, that one sounds good. And vanilla chocolate cream. That one sounds good too. Ooh, raspberry chocolate cream. That one I think sounds really good. A double chocolate mousse. They all sound so good. And the peanut butter, the peanut butter one so far, well, that's the only one I've had, is my favorite. Because it's the only one I've had. But it does taste exactly like a Snickers bar. And she remembered I was allergic to coconut. Because I think there was a coconut bar too. And, you know, if I eat coconut, I don't have like my throat doesn't close up. I just break out in an itchy rash. So, I mean, I will have an occasional Keebler coconut drop cookie and pay the price, which is silly, but I will. And then Cool Whip has got coconut extract in it, but that doesn't seem to bother me, the coconut extract. But anyway. Well, thank you, Joan. I'm looking forward to having these. I think I'm going to have one of them for my lunch tomorrow. I already know I like the peanut butter one. So I think tomorrow I plan on trying the raspberry one because I love raspberry. I'm going to try this one tomorrow. That'll be my lunch. Along with, maybe I'll have a small salad with it. But thank you so much. Check out Joan's Pointed Plate. And let her know that I so appreciate these bars. I'm going to put them in my freezer because she said they taste better in the freezer. The peanut butter one I had last time, I had it like a bite of it without being cold, and then I put the rest of it in the refrigerator, and then I ate the rest of it from the refrigerator, and I did like it. It was very good. But I'm going to try putting them in the freezer. And I cleaned up my freezer yesterday, and I found, which I forgot I had those Weight Watchers fudgicles in there. And I thought, I forgot I had these in here. So, you know, I moved them to the front of the freezer, and some of my stuff, you know, I had taken it out because I wanted to clean the freezer. And then I put it back in. And so then this morning when I was sweeping the floor, there was something under the refrigerator. Well, my freezer's on the bottom of my refrigerator. And so I took the broom to sweep under the thing, and it was one of my bars, and it had melted. It must have fallen out, obviously. So I don't have that one. So I had to throw that one away because it was just like a sloppy mess. But anyway, hopefully, well, then when Jim found out I shoveled the snow too, that was another thing. Jim says, why didn't you use the snow blower? Every time Jim goes somewhere and he's gone for any extended period of time, knock on wood, something always breaks. Something goes wrong. And I said, I've never used the snow blower, and I'm not going to be the one that breaks the snow blower that's going to cost us like $700 to replace. I'll break the shovel, which will probably be $30 or $40 to replace. Maybe more. I don't even know. We've had that shovel forever. I don't even know how much a snow shovel will cost. A lot cheaper than a snow blower. I know that. But something always goes wrong. I don't know why, but it just does. It's just like something that happens to me. I don't know. So I stayed on track with the purple plan. What I like about the app, and it always makes me think, because I don't know if you remember that not too long ago, a couple months ago, I had done a video on, I don't understand why Weight Watchers can't come up with the times like everybody else and offer all these different apps because they have the technology that if other people can do it, why can't they do it, blah, blah, blah. And they did do it. What I did like to find out is that if you go into the settings and change it to the different plans, all of your recipes automatically go to the new plan. Because I was kind of wondering about that too, because Joan on her video today was, or maybe it was yesterday's, but I watched it today, was saying that she was kind of concerned when she does her, because she does a lot of bake with me's and cooks with me's and things like that, and she was wondering how much work it was going to be to have to convert it into all the different plans. But like I'm saying, and she said too, is like if you just hit that icon and change the plans, it shows you exactly how many points. I'm doing the purple plan this week, which gives me 16 points. I ended up today, I haven't eaten my dinner yet, but I've tracked it, what I'm going to eat. On the purple plan with the 16 points with what I ate today, I have 5 points left. Excuse me. And then on the blue and the green plan, and when I switched it over to that, I have 7 points left. So I think I'm like right where I want to be as far as point-wise goes. I'm feeling a little anxious about the fact that I don't have too much exercise going on this week. I did a lot of house cleaning today. Like I said, I shoveled the snow yesterday and today, so I consider that my exercise. But it's just not the same as going for a walk. When I was shoveling the snow, I was kind of like eyeballing up the street to see how many people actually got their driveways and their side, or not so much the driveways, but the front sidewalk, the public sidewalk brushed off. And a good majority of them do. Like I said, I live in a younger subdivision, which I find very ironic is that around me, of the 5 people that were out shoveling snow when I was 2, they had teenage boys in the house. Well, they were out shoveling the snow. Whole new generation, I'm telling you. I remember when I was growing up, we used to grab our shovels in the winter and we'd go around the neighborhood and earn some money shoveling snow. In the fall, we went and raked leaves. In the summer, somewhat, we cut grass. Not a lot, but once in a while we would cut grass. But mostly we raked leaves and we shoveled snow. And we had a good portion, pretty good amount of money doing that. But no one ever knocks on my door asking if I want my snow shoveled. And I know that the one boy next door, if I was to ask him to come over and shovel my snow, I know he would, because he's a nice young man. Not to say that the other ones wouldn't if I asked them, but I know that he wouldn't expect anything from me from doing it. So, but anyway, it's but anyway, we don't have like, I don't live in a gated community or anything like that, or an association, like when you pay association fees or anything like that. Everybody's responsible for doing their own sidewalks and driveways, and pretty much everybody in my neighborhood does. The plows do come through if we get a considerable amount of snow, and they do plow the street. The only disadvantage to that is that then they plow your driveway in, so whatever you've already shoveled, they've already shoveled. The plow throws back onto your driveway, and it's usually pretty heavy because it's like a clump. But the streets in that are pretty clear. I think there was Sue from Sue Slims Down sent me a little meme about now in Michigan, Ohio, we don't have to worry about all the potholes because the snow is kind of covering them up. So I'm kind of curious the next time I go out, because tomorrow I have to go get an oil change. So I'll definitely be going out. I don't know that I'm going to go to water aerobics because I think schools will be back in session tomorrow, but I think that Bertie has to work. I don't know. I don't go to the water aerobics by myself. I could, but I don't. And then, but I do have to get an oil change, so I will go out and we'll see together how the roads are. So that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you once again, Joan, for my Built Bars. I'm all set here for a while. I really am. I think that when it comes time, I know for a fact that I'll probably buy the peanut butter ones, and we'll see how I like the other ones, because I might be breaking down and spending money on these because they're really good. And I know that they don't mean for them to be a meal replacement, but since I have such a hard time eating 3 meals a day, I think I could fit this in pretending that it's a candy bar, and so that I could get the extra protein in that I needed for the day. And they really don't have that many calories. They mostly only have, well, the peanut butter has 170, but all the other ones only have 110. So, but I'm willing to use those extra 60 calories for the peanut butter because they were really good. Okay, that's going to be it for tonight. I will see you guys in the morning. So give this video a like, leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow.